Today I'm going to be going over fights that we need to see on Misfits 14. These are either fights that I feel like are going to be on Misfits 14 or I feel like would be a good matchup to put on Misfits 14 or a later Misfits card. I mean, fights we need on Misfits 14. Let me put the chair in sports mode real quick. Starting off with the main event for Misfits 14. Everybody's saying that Saul Papi versus King Kenny is headlining Misfits 14. There was that clip of King Kenny leaking that he's fighting in April.
Fighting soon, chat. I'm fighting soon. April 6th, chat. I don't even know if I was allowed to say that yet. Shit.
90% sure Saul Papi and King Kenny's gonna headline Misfits 14. It's gotta be. This next one is main event worthy. If it were to be on Misfits 14, it would have to be co-main. OJ Rose versus Ashley Raksu would be so crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
We need that rematch.
OJ Rose and Ashley Raksu unexpectedly were split down the middle. I'm not gonna lie though, watching this fight the first time, it was a bit under my expectations. There wasn't as much action as I was... There wasn't as much action as I was expecting. Watching it back, it makes sense. Next up is Yeti Gang versus Lil Cray Cray. Misfits 13 got swatted, so they kind of had to cancel the fight. Mams wanted to get it as an exhibition just so they could, you know, beef it out and keep going, but I think that Yeti Gang versus Lil Cray Cray definitely needs to happen as soon as possible just to get that out the way. Next up is also something that was like partially kind of confirmed. I'm most certain that Argentinian King versus Tasmanian Devil is happening on Misfits 14. They've been going back and forth on Twitter a lot more.
I forgot where I saw it from, but I remember somebody was talking about it. They were saying this is gonna be Misfits 14.
Don't shoot the fucking messenger. Y'all gonna shit on me in the comments, but Argentinian King versus Tasmanian Devil, I feel like that's gonna be a really good fight. I feel like we're sleeping on that fight. Next up for the Misfits 14 kickoffs, N3ON versus Jack Doherty. Me personally, I'm not too invested into the whole like kick stuff, like N3ON, Jack, whatever the fuck his last name is, Jack Knee Hurt. N3ON's gonna fight at some point. I don't see him fighting anybody else but Jack Knee Hurt. I mean, it just, maybe Aiden Ross. And the last but not least, the second kickoff fight. I wasn't supposed to say anything, but it's happening. I'm fighting on Misfits. Divine versus Meaty 2. Misfits 14 confirmed off the rip, 70 million pay-per-view buys right there. I'm just joking with y'all. That's kind of like my prediction slash fights that I feel like we're gonna see on Misfits 14. There's a lot of fights that I wanted to put on here, but I didn't think we're gonna make it in time for Misfits 14, like Fox the G versus Fred Beck, Anthony Taylor versus Gabe Silva, Gib versus Slim. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. That being said though, I love y'all. I'll see you on the next video.